Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel, welcome to another video, and in today's video I'm going to be doing a build overview which is none other than the little brother to my Ares 308, which is the M4 X class. You'll of course seen that I've reviewed this thing in the past, and you know, people do hate on Ares, and yeah, everyone's warranted to their opinion. I think you're better with the Ares going for the higher end like pro line stuff. But that being said, you know, running bespoke, we used to sell so many honey badgers and the cheaper line of Ares because they still run the same, you know, EFCS gearbox. I've stressed this for years, and people love them. But you know, for myself as a personal thing, I like a little bit more, you know, sort of panaz with the Ares. When this came out, I actually got it shipped from overseas because we were waiting for the Ares, the English Ares shipment to come in, and I actually paid more than what I probably would have if I'd have waited for them to come into the UK. But I wanted, at the time, I wanted an electric M4. I was running gas blowbacks, of course, with the MWS. And I just wanted something where if I don't really feel like messing around with, you know, gassing the mags, and if I'm going to a game that's a bit more trigger happy with the local players, or the environment just doesn't warrant running a gas blowback, and I'm probably going to have a bit more fun just having an M4. I still run mid caps, don't get me wrong. I'm not a high cap, don't run high caps. But then this just filled the slot, and when I reviewed it, I fell in love with it, and I've used it ever since. So I have used this gun since they released, which I can't actually remember when that is. If I can find out, I'll put it up in the top left corner here when it released. So that's how long I've had this gun. You'll of course see that I've got some, you know, accessories on here. The gun, in terms of gearbox and everything, this way is completely standard. I haven't touched it. It comes with the slim pistol grip motor and pistol grip, which I really do love. I haven't messed with anything else. I did want to try and get like a normal trigger for it, or perhaps some sort of type of trigger that's a bit better. I'm not a fan of these with the Ares. So yeah, obviously you'll see that my M4X class is a little bit different. You'll see it's got ADAC there, and you'll also see, if I spin this around, it's traded up as radium arms, and we've even got like the SLP 556 Cal Multi, and then the serial number, which actually is personal to me. So it just took that, get a little bit of zest on the rifle, you know, that little bit of salt and pepper. The coating is exactly the same as what it was when I received it. I haven't Cerakoted it. And like I say, everything this way is completely standard. The only thing I've done internally is fit one of my barrels and an R-Hop combo, and this thing throws BBs out there. It's running about a joule, and you know, I can easily, I run 0.3s through, so I don't really run anything heavier. I could do, but I like the shorter flight time of the 0.3 compared to running like a 4. So it's a bit more of a speedy gun. So it's running about a joule. The performance out of it is absolutely amazing. I run these Ares M-Lock covers. I do really like these. They're very comfortable. But I've also put like this is a copy RVG or MVG. If I can remember the name of it. I do have a real one here actually. So this is a real Magpul vertical grip, and you'll see the size difference. The thing's tiny in comparison. So what I might actually do is get a few more of these, because I do prefer it to this one. It's just a bit too big. These are like a perfect size. So since I bought one, I've ended up fitting them to a lot of the rifles. So this is my battle rifle, my electric battle rifle that's an M4. Of course, I've got the Ares 308, which you've seen on the channel. If you haven't, go watch that video, because that build is really, really unique. That is my DMR spec of, you know, the Ares EFCS infrastructure. And since running it, I have had absolutely zero issues. The motor was a bit tight coming back from overseas, and like the MDRX, the bevel gear, it's usually just a shimming issue with the Ares. They just shim too low, so I've just shimmed that up, and it does respond really, really nice. At the moment, I'm running a Holosun. It's a HE503CUGR, which means the red dot sight is green. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to fit this. Let me see if I can get it on. Take this suppressor off here. See, I'm running the barrel just a little bit longer, so I'm not sure if you're going to be able to see this if I turn it on. Now I've got it on. This might be really difficult to see just because of the way the camera is. Let me see if I can tilt it a bit. So you can see it's got like a little green circle and a dot. However, I can hold it and it will go just to like a normal dot. I really do like these Holosons. It was actually a friend of mine who runs Bavtac that got me onto Holosons because he swore by them. And I run it with a magnifier as well. And at the time of me trying to source one, I think, I can't remember how much this was. It was like £200-300-ish. And this was about £150-200, I'd guess. The Holosun magnifiers are superb. They are fantastic. But at the time of me ordering this, I couldn't actually get one in red. So I thought, you know, screw it, I'll just get, you know, a green one. And to be honest, I've done really well with it. I really do like this sight. I'm just running a cheap suppressor here, which is 14 clockwise. It was just a cheap suppressor and suppressor cover I think I got from like Taiwan gun or Weapon 762 at the time. It was just a nice little cheap one. It just fit. It wasn't too big, suited the rifle. And then I've got some PTS sights. These are the sights that come with the KWAs, which are just half inched off one of my rifles. And yeah, I really do like this rifle. Semi's really, really snappy. Full auto is a little bit slow, but I like that about this because it does conserve your ammunition. It enables you to give like a long kind of suppressing burst without burning through your mag super quick. And for the magazines, there's the 130 round standard like AMAG that comes with it. So that magazine comes with the rifle. I've also been using some of these, I think these are Battle Axe ones. It's a slightly longer magazine. It's like a Battle Axe mid cap. The fit in the rifle was really good. They're a little bit of play, but these are 200 round mid caps and they just feed so well in this rifle. Again, it was just what I could get my hands on at the time. They were nice and cheap, and they're nice and sturdy. So I thought, well, if I lose and break them or they don't work, they could just go in the bin. But actually, I've been really surprised. I also have a bunch of the original Magpul PTS P-Mags. These are the proper 120s, not the cheaper ones that they did. So I actually got a load of these as well, which of course the styling matches the receiver. So I do like running these. They're just an off colour because they're tan with black base plates. Can't actually remember where I got these from. They're slightly like sort of filed here because years ago I used to run a 416 and that's the only way I could get them in. I do probably want to try swapping the mags out to the PTS EPM ones, the 250 mid caps. I'd like to perhaps switch to those and try them out, see how they feed. Just because instead of running like 6 mags, I can run like 3 or 4 EPMs and have as much ammo. Just means I'm a little bit lighter on my gear. So honestly, can't fault this rifle. I'm sure there's people out there that have had issues with areas that always is. No one's perfect. But, you know, my experience with this rifle has been absolutely fantastic. I do have the Ares sling swivel, QD sling swivel point on there, which you can buy separately. And I honestly can't say a bad thing about it. Yes, I've modified the barrel and such, but in terms of the infrastructure, the gearbox, I think it's been running sound, and I've really enjoyed using it. Will I do more with this rifle? Not really too sure at this point, but all I can say is I highly recommend this rifle and the 308. But if you're more of a 5.56 style person, this is going to be better for you. They obviously do it in different lengths as well, so you can get it in longer, and you can also get the little PDW, which is pretty cool as well. I just went with I think it's a 9-inch sort of battle rifle build, And yeah, that is my Ares M4 X Class. Absolutely love it to bits. It'll probably stay in this combination until I get bored and perhaps change the rail or something, I don't know yet. Or perhaps it'll just, you know, sit as it is because it's one of those rifles you can pick up, and I'll happily take it to games if a buddy's going, and, or, you know, perhaps I've got a friend who hasn't airsofted in a while and he doesn't have his own gear. I'll take this and I'll just, you know, hand it to him and he can use it. So thanks very much for tuning this video. This is the Ares M4 X Class and my thoughts after owning it for such a length of time. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you in the next video. Have a good day.